Okay, if everything has gone according to plan, we should be live on YouTube. Hello everyone and welcome to another live stream. Today's a special one because I need to fix a few things, mainly my cable management, because as you can see here, if I could get to my second camera, it's pretty awful. In fact, I haven't even closed my side panel ever since I got these RGB fans, so we're going to be fixing this today. And also Jake's here for reasons, I guess. Yeah, I don't actually have a wall of sound panels behind me. Anyway, we will be replacing these fans here with these, the high-speed variant of the Be Quiet Light Wings, which Be Quiet very generously sent over to me. Thank you so much. And I really liked the normal speed ones, so we'll be seeing how these ones can manage, because I think these go up to, yeah, 2,200 RPM. That is insane for a budget fan. So, let us quickly flip over and address the very first issue with cable management. And something that I was meaning to do for ages, and I absolutely hate that my case does this. Can you guys see this? If you look, wrong place. If you look right here, there we go, there is this cable right here. Is it the right one? Yeah, so hit this one here where you have all your internal connectors for power and reset switches. Here's the annoying thing. There is a hole right here to allow you to grab a wire and just make it go directly up to that part of the motherboard. Issue is that it's just a few millimeters too small. So if you already installed the motherboard, you then can't just pop the cable up here. So instead I had to make it go around like that. So we'll be taking out the entire motherboard first. So that's going to be fun. Is the stream going all right? Okay, good. Wonky. Don't think so. Actually, I'll do one thing very quickly that I think could help. And that is, where is it? There we go. That looks much better. So, okay, first off, we need to remove our graphics card. That is the wrong bit. That's the right one. So we can fix that one issue that I have with this case. Corsair. Corsair, you make great cases, but that is just an oversight. The amount of times that I've taken this card out of here and used it in like benchmarking or just other experiments, I am still surprised it works. I mean, lag issues. I don't have lag issues. I have issues with my PC crashing every other second, but I highly doubt it's... Besides, if the issue was the graphics card, I kind of can't do much about it because, well, you can't buy any, still. Anything else we need to disconnect? We need to get... See. My audio is very quiet. One, two, one, two, one, two. Hello, hello, hello. Should be much better now. And the worst part ever is the 8-pin on the CPU. Oh, actually SATA as well. Oops, forgot about that. Now, Jake, this will be useful for you as well. Learn a few things about what's like inside a PC. Oh yeah, didn't you do it for like Duke of Edinburgh or something? Do you want to explain to like our non-Commonwealth viewers what the DOV award is? Actually, I don't think they can actually hear you. Give me a second. Wait. Give me a sec. I think I know why. Now, here's the issue with streaming on MacBook. Everything is foreign to you. Okay, say something. See if this...
Hello. There you go, said something.
Yeah. Your audio is fine now. Issue is I can't hear you now. Because MacBook...
Oh.
Let me quickly change this camera. MacBook has this very annoying thing where, for like privacy or whatever, they don't allow you to stream your, or like have programs record your desktop or your desktop audio. So you have to get like third-party software just to solve it, and it's the most annoying thing ever. So I use this thing called Black Hole, I believe it's called, that allows me to just get it.
This is another reason why Apple is inferior.
How to make it so I can hear you now. So
we're back to the green screen.
If anyone knows, please do let me know, because I'm still very new to using this. Yeah, sorry that there's like nothing going on right now. I'm just trying to fix this. Okay, so the desktop audio is working for, yes, okay. So now in theory, I should be able to launch Black Hole and it should allow me to choose what device to, but I can't see a I don't know.
If I stand just quite far away from my
Actually,
microphone,
no,
there
I
we
have a
go,
better
with the
idea of
same
doing
sound.
this. I'm just going to listen to you on my phone. Yeah, this is what happens when you live stream. Things inevitably go wrong.
Do you have 2 earbuds in?
Oh my word.
Wait, I can't hear me.
Hello? Say something. Can you hear me? Yep. Okay, so yeah, I'm basically talking to you via my phone, and they can hear you via my MacBook, OBS, black hole, black magic stuff. Because that's Apple for you. What else? Oh, my sound card. Mine. That's because, yeah, that's because you hear me via my earbuds now, but they should still be able to hear me via my microphone. Wait, you're loud. Say something now. Wait a second, why can't... They can't hear you now. Wait, why? Oh, because I'm... I know why. Because you're not coming in... You're not in a VC now. No, I'm not in a VC in my MacBook, so that's picking up audio. Apple, why do you have to do this to me? Okay, if someone knows how I can get it so I can hear him, he can hear me, and I can record it on iOS, macOS, I'm just confusing myself. Please let me know. Okay. Because this is just ridiculous. Anyway, we are taking out the motherboard.
Can you still hear me if they can't hear me? Is that what? I didn't get a response, I'm assuming that's correct.
If anyone has any solutions, please let me know.
So you're the only one who can hear me?
If you just heard that, that's a screw falling to the ground. So that's going to be fun finding later. So as it is right now, I think you should be able to hear him, but I can't hear him because I have my Discord output as a black hole rather than to my earphones. And I have no idea how to configure where to make the black hole audio go afterwards, if that makes sense. So, hopefully, someone has a solution. Who screwed in this motherboard this tightly? Oh yeah, it was me. Change my audio back on Discord, see if this helps. Like, I need to find a way to like change where that where my black hole audio is going for that Apple plugin thing. Okay, hello, can you hear me now, Jake? Okay, well I can hear you now. They definitely can't hear you, but like whatever. I just need to hear you so you can tell me if the stream's going alright. And hopefully in that time someone else will tell us if there's a solution. My audio. Ah, the joys of recording, just live streaming live. If it can go wrong, it will. Let me know if that sounds any better. Firstly, I have no idea what the specs of that are. Secondly, I would save questions for when they can hear you again. Wait, what you were saying? Your mic is also rubbing against something. Yeah, it's probably just my shirt. If you had a solution to this problem, please let me know. Just to channel the desktop audio both to OBS and to my earphones, because the issue is that Apple is dumb. Yeah, that wasn't clear enough. And no, my normal microphone. It is an XLR microphone. I could connect. Actually, no, I couldn't because I'm out of USB ports on my MacBook, so I couldn't connect my normal one. Besides, having a wireless one just gives me a bit more freedom. Anyway, right now I'm just like preparing to take out the motherboard, just so I can fix one issue they have with this case, and as I can't get you can't wire up the front panel stuff properly if you put in the motherboard first. So you have to have the cable go up through first, and only then install the motherboard. Yeah. Do I have to uninstall the radiator? Swordy Hunter says, can you show us where you connected your fan control? In a second, when I take out the motherboard, I'll show you. Again, if someone does have a solution, actually, could you like very quickly, Jake, look up a solution to this? It's like how to change black hole like output audio, something like that. Is there a screw left somewhere? There is. There's one screw left. If you are wondering why I'm talking to myself, I'm not. There is someone else here. My audio is corrupted. Give me a second. How about now? Okay, yeah, I just switched over to, I'm assuming it's a lav mic. So I just switched over to using the integrated mic. Does this sound okay? Okay. Okay, that's all the screws. We can finally take this out. I'm also gonna dust it as well, for those people asking. This cable here is blocking everything as well. There we go. Now it should be. No, what's left? Okay, fan, second fan, third fan. Now we should be free. No, we're not, because of the EK water block thing. Okay, I have to flip the whole thing to the other side. Oh, boy. Have you found a solution to the audio problem? I just heard something fall out of my PC. That's never a good sign. Okay, so one of these is going to be into the water block, going into water lock. I don't know which one, so I'm just going to disconnect them all. and one of these RGB ones is going up to water block. Anyway, so this is my current setup when it comes to my RGB hub. It was literally just floating here. So I'm going to have like a permanent place for it. I don't know where yet, because there isn't really a room in this case. And for those of you wondering what case this is, it's a Corsair 110R. It's a good case. It has a few issues, like the fact I have nowhere to put the RGB thing, or the previously mentioned issue with that one poorly placed hole. Okay, now to flip it over without having my motherboard fall out. That's the real challenge. Oh boy. If I don't break something by the end of the stream, it'll be a success. And I think the motherboard is going to be free now. I know that some people are going to say I'm being reckless with this, but I'm going to tell those people, at least I'm having fun destroying my hardware. Something is still like blocking it though, which I don't know what. How much are people yelling at me in chat? Okay, there we go. Where does that other cable go? I literally disconnected everything, but apparently it's still caught on something. I am so confused. So what's chat been saying, because I'm not really looking at the chat right now. Okay, as long as the audio is fine now, that's good. Oh boy. What am I supposed to do now? Like, it's stuck on something. In order to flip it, like a cable is stuck on something, but in order to flip it, I need to flip the case over to see what it's stuck on, but I can't because my motherboard's out of the case now, so I can't really flip it. Unless I take off my water block, my AO water block here. That's a solution. Okay, I'm going to turn to this camera so you don't have to witness the what I'm about to do to my PC, because it's not going to be pretty. Okay, but how is your day, everyone watching? Hopefully it's going better than mine, because this stream is a disaster right now. And I can't, for the life of me, figure out what this thing is. Okay, yeah, I give up. I'm just going to unscrew the whole thing. I'm just going to take out the water block as well, and then we will all be happy. Oh boy, this is a disaster. Is the stream going fine as well? Someone's saying just use scissors. It's a cable that's stuck. I don't want to use I don't want to use scissors on the cable, thank you very much. My water block probably won't work after that. So I'm saying that's what happens if you want to upgrade your very old hardware. This is not old hardware. This is like a Ryzen 3000 plus, it's a 3700X to be exact, plus a 1080 Ti. That is not old. And this water block has to be really tightly really, really tightly screwed in, because otherwise it does, your CPU just goes up to like 100 degrees and like reboots your system instantly. I had an issue before with this AIO from EK, so it's taking a while just to unscrew everything. I think it's going to be easier by hand. My issue is that with my wimpy little woman hands, basically, it's hard to it's very hard to unscrew these. And I don't know what I'm dreading more, unscrewing the rest of these or then having to screw them back in later. Okay, maybe if I try another bit, maybe this one is just... There we go, that's much easier. Still holding in with all the resilience in the world. And for people asking why not, why are you using water cooling? Because why not? I wanted something better than an air cooler. I wanted to try an AIO. So I went with the EK one. It's a 120mm, so it's not the greatest in the world. But hey, something. Plus, it just looks way cooler in my opinion than an air cooler. Okay, can I finally take off this one singular thumb screw? And seeing how, can you see this, guys? It's been, oh, that is not good. It's been leaving behind quite a bit of metal filings, especially if you're working on a motherboard. That's really bad, because if something that gets into your system in the wrong place, then it can just short, which is never good. Which is making me reconsider if I want to. I found an issue, so I daisy chained some of these connectors, which I think that's why I couldn't. No, it's still stuck there. I am so confused. What on earth? What is that one connector stuck on? There's literally nothing else there. Unless, please don't tell me I like, oh, please don't tell me I have like a, I do, don't I? Wait. Okay, this is the cable. This is the cable going to the water block, right? Why on earth can't I pull it through? Oof, that's a terrible screw. Yeah, I agree. The mounting process for the EK AIO is not the greatest. So that is why I'm just trying to see if I can free this cable again. So just so I don't have to unscrew it. Because it is painful. Like really, really painful. And I think I just found what the thing was stuck on. What a cable was stuck on. It was stuck on another cable. No, I don't think I did. Wait. So that's the Lunala one. Oh yeah, I think I had those. Yeah, if you guys are I think that's my card. Okay, yeah, if you guys are wondering why I'm talking to myself, again, I'm not. You just can't hear him because of Apple's ingenuity. Anyway, finally the motherboard is free. That took like 50 years more than probably should have, but whatever. We can actually start cable managing now. Whoopee. Okay, so first order of business is to flip this all over and start organizing our runs. There we go. Just gonna zoom that out a bit if I can. There we go. So as you can see, I tried doing some cable management. There are some like cable sleeves and whatnot. We are going to do this way better. And I'm gonna do it with RGB in mind, so it's not just this massive nest of cables. So this is the RGB hub that comes with the Be Quiet light wings. It only comes with a 3-pack, but it's been really useful so far. I haven't really had too many issues with it. So I'm gonna just disconnect that up, and now it's literally just the case of having everything, just like planning out where everything is going to go. So this cable here is cable managed pretty poorly right now. This is a cable going to, this is my front audio. So this could go a way better way. For example, it could go under these cables here, and then you can have it go into here. There's this nice little tool, this nice little gap for if you like pull the cables here. So hopefully I can reach it on the other side. There's so many cables, I actually can't reach it. So whatever, we're going to leave it there for now. Then we have this, the Rgb Hub Cable, which I'm going to need more, at least for now. Well, I'm going to try the second hub. Just kind of keep things organized for my like own growing inventory's sake. I'm going to use the new hub that comes with these high-speed fans, just so everything's like nice and tidy. Okay, what cables do we have left? So these two are RGB and fan, so these ones have to go down here, and then this one will go into the motherboard over there. And now I think we can get on to installing our new fans. Yay! So installing fans in this case is actually pretty simple. You just take off the front, as you can see it comes up pretty nicely. Putting it back on is a nightmare, but taking it off is fine. And now we just unscrew these ones and screw our brand new high-speed ones in. Yeah, I didn't even bother screwing these fans in correctly because I knew I was going to be replacing them soon with the high-speed ones. Didn't realize it would take me over a month. So I've been running on these like rattly fans because they aren't screwed in properly, and also without the back rear side panel for like a month. Because then I was planning to do the stream back in December, but because of technical issues, i.e. me ordering cheap stuff from China that broke instantly, I could not do it. And instead I had to buy a £90 cam link so I could actually, you know, have a double camera setup going. You know, I learned my lesson there. Elgato, they may be expensive, but their stuff at least doesn't break. We really need some competition in the streaming market. We need like another company to come in, because Elgato, their prices are so high because they have like basically no competition. I know some companies like I believe Niwa are going after like the streaming market, but we need like another proper player. Okay, so that is our two front fans done. So let us just take out all the cables. And if you haven't seen already, this is what the light wings look like from Be Quiet. They are really nice, minimalistic, and they have a nice little, well, ring of light because they're RGB. Yes, Be Quiet have finally joined us in the sun and released an RGB product, an ARGB product to be specific. Okay, hopefully the stream is still going fine. Is it? Okay. So these are our other fan connectors. So that I'm not going to be replacing the rear fan, the one for whatever this one is. It is yeah, it's just a smaller 120mm SolidWorks 3, which I have on my area. So I'm not going to be replacing that. The other three are going to be, well, they already are light wings, but going to be the new fancy light wings that are even faster. And now the final fan is right up top here. So we're going to have to open my screwdriver. There it is. And once again, you can tell that I didn't put in any effort into screwing these in. One, because it's actually really difficult to screw them in. And once again, when it comes to screwing in screws, I have the strength of a toddler. And also because I knew it was going to be temporary, because I have like the other pair to review as well. So okay, so that's one screw. There goes the second one. This fan is literally going to like fall out in a second, but whatever. And there we go. Third fan secured. And yeah, I'm gonna dust it off, because as you can see here, yeah, that is pretty filthy. So I know people are going to be typing it in chat or whatever. I know it looks disgusting. I am going to do something about it. Okay, now we get to do an unboxing, because we get to see what's in here. Well, I know what's in here. It's probably the same stuff as in the other thing, but whatever. Let's actually change over to the other camera. Now, where on earth is my knife? Because I could use it right about now. There it is. Doing an unboxing live on camera. So these are, if you haven't seen my review of any of these are the Be Quiet light wings, which is like the first attempt at like Be Quiet's, RGB stuff. Starting off with the Rgb Hub, which can support up to 6 fans, and of course the fans support daisy chaining, so you can like have tons of RGB stuff line up. And then here's the good stuff. Here are 3 fans that operate at 2,200 RPM. And then over here in the hub, we have all the screws we could ever need, but I'll just like reuse the screws I already have. And then the hub itself. It looks like identical to one in the non-high-speed versions. It looks like, yeah, it's literally just the same thing. Like I said, for the sake of like inventory, I'm going to use this one. And hopefully I'm not going to need any of these screws. Okay, so one of the first things I need to figure out is where on earth I actually want to put this hub, because there isn't really too much space. I could put it like somewhere here next to my power supply, but that just reeks of trouble. I could put it somewhere on my SSD, one of these like SSD things. In fact, it's literally, actually, could you actually install this in an SSD thing? I have not even considered that. Because there are mounting holes. Oh my word, if that's how you're supposed to actually... Where are the screws? There they are. Oh my word, yeah, that is... Okay, Be Quiet, I can roll with this. They also have like this little thing where you can like stick it to somewhere in your case. But apparently you can literally just install it on an SSD tray. So that's what I'm going to do. That is way simpler. Now the issue is that I won't be able to use one of the SSD trays for a, well, SSD. But that is a small sacrifice for good cable management. Okay, so. Plus I'll finally have a use for these SSD trays, because as you can see, I have no SSDs installed in them right now. I am running out of space though, so I'm probably going to have to get one soon. Yep, they line up. So I'm not mad. This is actually the intended use case. Man, why Maybe they like put it in a press release or something and I just completely missed it. Because I'm gonna be honest, like when I get sent like press releases for like products the company's sending me, I like look over the pricing, availability, like main features. I don't delve too deep into what's available. Where's my screwdriver gone again? Huh. You know, my desk really isn't that big. How on earth do I constantly lose stuff on it? I really don't understand, but whatever. Is the stream still doing all right? Oh, there it is. So please tell me, guys, if the stream is fine, if the audio is fine. I know we had some audio issues, and if you know how to fix the audio issue of using the my macOS plugin Black Hole, because what's going on is that you can't hear it now, but I have Jake from Avrona World here, and you can't hear him, even though I can, because you can't like record desktop audio on Mac. So instead, I'm running a thing called Black Hole, which should in theory allow me to like stream his audio into OBS. Issue is that then I can't hear him, because to do that I have to like select Black Hole audio in Discord. So then he's being taken into desktop audio, but not my not my earbuds. People are saying audio is fine, everything's fine, that is good, but can you have like two instances of like Discord on different accounts on one PC? You know, like Apple, I love that you like care about privacy, whatever, but okay, I really don't, but still. This thing would be so much easier. It would be such a better PC for, a better laptop for, you know, content creators like myself, which is kind of the intended use for a MacBook Pro, if you didn't treat us like babies and allowed us to actually stream our desktop audio and our video. It is just so dumb. Another issue is I had a really hard time getting my external mic working on this, because on a MacBook Pro you can only have a very specific, you need to have like a long audio jack. I can't remember what they're called, but you have like short ones which you use for like audio and video, like headphone and microphone, and you have like one big long one which you usually use for both, and that's like the jack you usually had on phones before they started disappearing, before they started going extinct. And on MacBook, even though it is a laptop, so you imagine it would have like, you know, a laptop slash desktop solution of the small audio jack. No, it uses a big audio jack, and if you put in just a microphone using the small audio jack, it is not going to work. So I had to find a cable that goes from the small audio jack on my wireless receiver to the big audio jack, and I had to buy also bought a USB Type-C adapter, for audio jack to USB Type-C adapter, to see if I could just connect it up to my USB Type-C on the laptop and see if that works. No. Apparently, you can't even, OBS wouldn't pick up the mic through USB Type-C. You can only do it via the audio jack. Apple, you know, you make some good stuff from time to time, but for the most part, I hate you. Okay, hopefully, if I could actually screw this in. Why is it not going in? That's my question. Okay, hopefully that is all done and dusted, and our hub is now in place. Apart from the fact that this is not going in now. Excuse me? What is blocking it from going in? That is... I think I just need to like hold it down with all my like force. There we go. There we go. That is our RGB hub in place. Now we can start installing the fans. But first, I need a drink. And what better to drink from than a bottle from our merch store? A shameless plug. And I just spat everywhere, sorry. Anyway. Fan number 1 is going to go here. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to quickly show you what you actually get when it comes to connectors on these fans. If I can just... There we go. So you get your standard what is it? Yeah, you've got your 4-pin PWM. Then you have your 3-pin addressable RGB over here. And then you get another one for daisy chaining, which is pretty neat. It really surprised me to learn that it's like part of the Be Quiet like budget essential lineup when it's like anything but, where it has like features that really aren't budget. I mean, RGB itself already isn't budget. Corsair would love to have you spend like, you know, $50 or whatever on their RGB fans. But they have like an RGB hub as well and all that other stuff in like a budget fan. That's pretty insane. Okay. Now here's the worst part of these fans. There's the installation process. Because the screws are so hard to get in. Because they don't use the same like anti-vibration stuff they use on the Silent Wings 3. They just use normal screws. And the tolerance on there's like pads they have to somewhat prevent vibration is really low. Okay, so fan number 1 can go here. So like cools the graphics card. I'm just going to like... I found that the best way to like mount these, especially in such an awkward position, is to just barely screw in each one and like go in and do it better afterwards. There we go. There goes screw number 2. And hopefully after the stream, we're going to have like Amazon associate links to these fans down in the video description, hopefully, if I remember. Okay. Now that it's like just barely hanging on there, I need to think about how exactly I want to run the RGB and the PWM. Okay, so this is actually my RGB strip. Never mind, so... Oh, please don't tell me I like trapped it on the other side. I think I trapped a cable on the other side of the fan. That's great. Okay, so this is RGB. And if I can reach in, hopefully I can get the PWM. Okay, no, I have to unscrew the fan now. Oh boy. There we go. So I think I'm going to use this this little hole for cable management right here for both. So that means I have to also get this one out. Make it go across and into that little cable management thingy. If I can get it across, it is. Right now it appears to be stuck on something. There we go. And now it goes through here. Okay, so everything's in place now to cable manage that one fan. Now we have to just repeat the process like 3 more times. Yay. Isn't cable management exciting? It appears to be stuck on something now. It's my RGB strip, I think. I am going to have to, like, think about how I'm going to cable manage that, because I feel it's, like, falling off there. Okay, there we go. That's fan number 1 done. So now we can just connect it up to let's do LED number. If that is going to go there, so we can do this LED number. Well, we can't do it in LED number 5 because that screws in the way. But let's do LED number 6. Actually, here's guys. Let me know something. I want to hear your opinions on this. Where would you rather see the RGB hub go? In this SSD tray on the right, or this one on the left? So I don't. Here, the cables from the front are gonna have to travel longer, but over here, there's already such a jungle of cables that it could get a bit difficult to cable manage all of that. So let me know which one you guys prefer. So I'm gonna leave that for now. I'm gonna install the second fan. There we go. These things are so cool. If you have not seen my review of these, definitely do, because they are like insane value for what you get. And they're like actually pretty quiet as well, for being like, you know, well, the 1400 or 1600 RPM ones, whatever I have right now, those are pretty quiet. I expect these 2200 RPM ones to be a bit louder, but they should still be fine. Okay, so this time I'm going to run my cables before I actually install it. So I'm going to use the exact same little cable management hole thingy here and run first the PWM and then the RGB. There we go. So that's all resting here. We can now install the fan. And it's going to go literally on top of the F1, just so we have nice airflow going towards this GPU and CPU. I could mount this one a bit lower on this case, but I don't want to, because then it would be only cooling the hard drives, which don't really get that that hot. Like if this was like a NAS build or something, then yeah, you definitely do want some airflow to the hard drives, but this isn't, so it's fine. I don't think you can see it well from this angle, but it's so much more difficult to mount these fans compared to like just your standard anti-vibration stuff they have on the Be Quiet Silentwings 3. Because say you just use normal screws to have super low tolerances on the anti-vibration pads. So I'm just going to lightly screw them in for now. I'm gonna just do it better later when I, you know, actually have the case right way up. Okay, so this is the second fan. It's gonna go. Actually, first I'm gonna check if it's okay. So this way up is fine, and now I just need some more screws. And I think like most of them fell. Actually, no, I have 2 here. I prefer not to have RGB at all, but the left one seems better. Huh. The left one, you say? Okay, I may move it over. I know, because then with so many cables here, I don't think it's going to be tight. It's going to be real tight, but if that looks better, then Okay. Another potential issue with mounting it to here is that then if I want to buy an SSD, and in fact I do want to put an SSD in this, it would have to go in this tray over here, and then the SATA cables would have a longer way to go, and that could cause some issues. Okay, there goes screw number 1. And number 2. Okay, yeah, again, these are not like properly screwed in, but it is just a temporary thing. I'm going to go in and correct it in a second. Okay, time for the third fan. Let's go. I'm going to speedrun this one. So this is going to be an intake as well. It's going to go at the top. And if I could actually untie this in the right direction, that would help. These things are so annoying. I hate them so much. There we go. And this one I'm going to cable manage via this hole, I believe. That's going to be the best. So I'm just going to slip the fan in here. I'm going to think which way to orient it so it's this way, so the cables are closest to the back. Then just run them through here. And this one's ready to be cable managed as well. There we go. First thing, just actually screw it in. Okay, so this is a 140, so it has to go in these little cutouts here. So there's number 1. Can you actually see? There we go, now you can see. There's number 2. Again, I'm doing these very lazily for now. There's number 3. And where's the last one? I can't actually see the last screw. There it is. And there's the last one. Okay, sweet. Now we can actually start thinking about how all these cables are going to be run, because now everything's pretty much in. So, firstly, I have this little like splitter here for my fans that gives us 3 extra headers to work with instead of just 1. So, we're going to plug in this fan, which is this fan over here to the side. Going to plug this into here. There we go. Then the top fan is going to go into here. So these are all going to be controlled from the same temperature node, which is going to be on the CPU. I think I have it set up, so that's fine, because this one will like pump air near the CPU fan, so that makes sense. And then this last one, I don't think we actually need. So that can just be as is, and then we need to connect up yeah, now we have to decide where we want to put the RGB hub. But I think I'm going to stick here. Just because then when I want to run, when I want to have an SSD in, and I do, I can just run it from like this SATA power here via an extender. I don't think even with an extender, I have a SATA power extender already, I don't think it will reach an SSD here. So I am just gonna, I think I'm just gonna leave it here. We'll see. If it looks like terrible, I will switch it over. Ooh, is this one gonna reach? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, there it is. Okay, wrong way around. There we go. So now, actually no, I'm going to run these underneath these SATA cables. I mean these power cables. Or SATA power cables. Because then all of this stuff hides it, and then I can just cable manage and just put a zip tie and zip tie these cables, including the RGB ones, just so there's a nicer run here in the middle. There's number one. And there's fan number 2. Okay, now over here we have a RGB strip number 1, and then RGB strip number 2 is going to be here somewhere. There it is. Just need to actually route it properly. So right now it's literally going for like a ride on the outside of the case. Don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can. It's like looped on the outside of the case for some reason. So there we go. And because I can't really put it in anywhere here, so I'm going to run this here as part of this whole thing. Then make it going to here. There's like some big brain stuff right here. I'm going to have it go here. It's going to come out on the other side, and I'm going to daisy chain with this one. My watch just told me congratulations for being active. Apparently this counts as exercise. Just building a PC. I mean, I'll take it. A petty victory is still a victory. And now I can just daisy chain it right here. Voila, done. Actually, now I'm going to run it underneath just to hide it. There we go. That's all the RGB done, I think. Now we just need to connect up this hub to power. So thankfully we have this connector up here. We could use, now which one could we use? If this one up here reaches, yeah, this one reaches up here, so I'm going to use this one, just so I have this one spare for when I have an SSD to connect up here. And now we get to do all of this again, but for fans. So this fan connector number 1 and fan connector number 2. So we're going to prepare these to run them into them. Actually, no. We are going to have to run one of these into this adapter right here, this Y splitter. It's not a Y splitter because there's 3, so it's like a W splitter, I guess. Is there a name for like a Y splitter that's like a 3? I don't know. So, actually, how do I want to run these? Because these are both the front ones, so they need to be controlled together, and I'm going to have tied to the GPU temperature node. these over here, because these ones include this fan, unless, I have an idea. So, okay, so I'm going to disconnect this fan. The fan that's going to be on the AIO, it's going to be on its own node, on its own connector, so it can be controlled by the CPU node. And then instead, I'm going to have to run all of this across the motherboard, across the back tray here. So that is going to look ugly, but I can make this work. Okay, so we have the two cables, and we have to run them over here. So you can see, yeah, we have to run them to this YW splitter or whatever. So we could do it two ways. Number one, we could go here, or we could go under here, but I don't think we have enough. I don't think the cables are long enough, so we're going to go the top way. So you're going to go this way, and we can connect them somewhere near here. Okay, so that is that fan. So then, so there we go. These three fans are going to have this splitter here. Number one, if the thing would go in. Number one. Number two. Where's the last one? I literally just had it in my hand a second ago. There's fan number one, fan number two. There's the one that's going to go separately, because that's a CPU fan. Where's the last fan? There it is. Technically, this one could be on its own as well, because I think if I quickly look at the motherboard, I have like one. Actually, no, I only have one CPU, one fan header near the 8-pin. So never mind. That is just going to be. That's just going to be the GPU fans. So this one, this one, this one. And I don't want this to be GPU, so I'm gonna not plug it into that Y splitter. Okay, so now we can actually start to manage these cables a bit better. So I'm gonna use the little included cable tie here to include our two RGB cables here. Tie that up. I am going to replace these with proper Velcro cable ties. They just have not arrived yet. So I'm going to do it after the stream. Okay, then we have another one here. So we need to make... So we need to include these cables in this run. There we go, just make it... We can also make this one a bit nicer by making it go above this other cable that's sticking out here. Okay, it still looks a bit ugly, but it's as good as it's going to get. When we're going to tighten it all up, when it all goes to the motherboard, it is going to look way better. Just because all the cables are going to, you know, not be as loose on this side. Now we just need to make sure we have everything. And I've noticed one big issue. That is that I've ran the fan cables underneath this one. So I need to take this out. This is the front panel. This is like the front power and reset and everything. Yeah, these holes for like cable management are just too small on this motherboard, on this case. Then when you put the motherboard in, it's impossible. And even without a motherboard, it's like almost impossible. So I'm going to just quickly remove that. There we go. So then we can make sure that these fan cables here go on the outside, and then this one can go on the inside, like so. can actually zoom in a bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so that's that ring cable managed. Now we have this top fan, so that's going to be, that's fine. That's going to just stay over there and then go over here because that's where the other fan headers are on the motherboard. And I think we are getting ready to plug the motherboard back in. Yay! Well, actually no. First we still need to figure out what to do with these. So these are gonna go. So this one can just stay here because that's gonna like basically loop back on itself. So this one can just go nicely in there so no one can see it because it's gonna go straight back up to near the A pin because there's a CPU header there. This one can go. Well, actually no. We're gonna change that. This is going to go into that header. This, seeing how it's only using these fans, this can go into this header, so we have less cables going across the case, which is like one of the worst things. If you care about cable management, you don't want cables going across, so this goes there. This goes in a loop here. And I think we're ready. So we also have this cable to figure out. This is a SATA cable going up to my optical drive. So this goes in here. Let me just zoom out the camera a bit more. Okay, so we have this cable here. This is the SATA cable going up to the optical drive. So I'm going to plug it in. Going to plug it back now. And I need to figure out how I want this to run down to the motherboard. So the best thing to do would be to make it go along this bunch of cables and come out into here. So now I just need another very temporary cable tie, just to tie all of this up. This is looking so much more organized already. There we go. So this massive thing where we have all our power cables and some of the fan cables and stuff like that, that is all nicely together now. And we can also use the fact there's so many cables here to hide some of these like daisy chain ones. Actually, no, we can't hide this one because that goes in here, but we can hide this one by having it underneath these cables here. There we go. And if it could stop disconnecting, that would be jolly. Okay. I think we're actually ready. You can also hide some of these SATA ones a bit better. But I think we can flip it over and start doing the runs on this side. And figure out where we want everything to go. So this is still CPU power, so that's going to go only one place. This RGB strip kind of came loose, so I'm going to have to repair that very quickly. How did I manage to like do this? And it's gonna go underneath all of this stuff. Okay, I need to really hide these cables better. Thankfully, it looks like there's enough space in the little cable management slits here. Yeah, there we go. Nicely tucked away. So now we can have the RGB strip back. has to literally be like the last thing in this entire. So it has to go behind all the cables because otherwise. There we go. Okay. So the RGB strip is back in. It's not the prettiest thing in the world right now. So I'm going to adjust it in a second. And now we need to figure out how we want all of these to go. Especially this one right here, the annoying one, which I complain about. Because this has to go into this hole right here. So, flip it around again. And this time, when the motherboard's not in, I can make it go in the one place it's supposed to go. If there's enough space here, which with this Corsair case, you never know. That's actually a good question. Is there enough space here to run? I don't actually think I can make this run in the end. Actually, no. There's like a the smallest amount of space between the hard drive enclosures and the top of like the PSU basement where this is supposed to go. But you literally need the smallest fingers in the world to reach into there. My fingers are already pretty small, but they're not that small. So this is going to be rather difficult. Okay, I think I have it. Actually, first let's run this cable out of here, so we can like run that afterwards, because this needs to go in front of that cable. Okay, that's in, I think. You know what would be great? Like a cable management tool that would allow you to just, like some super like bendable tweezers that would allow you to like hold and like manipulate cables in such like tight spaces. That would be perfect for these kind of situations. There we go. It's through. The one thing that's been annoying me ever since I built up in this case in the first place, it's been finally fixed. This cable can go away because we don't need it. And then this USB cable can go back. And guess what? We are finally ready to put the motherboard back in. What time is it actually? How long have we been streaming for? An hour almost. Wow. Okay, so yeah, let's put the motherboard back in. So firstly, we need to make sure that none of these big cables get in the way. And now, ever, ever, ever so gently, I need to place this back in. It's stuck on something. What is it stuck on? I can't see what's stuck. It's stuck on this cable. There we go. So now we need to drive this cable up to here. Okay, we can screw the motherboard back in. This stream is going on for way longer than I ever imagined, but whatever. Hopefully it's been fun for you to watch and educational, at least a bit. And yes, I am going to blow some of the dust away in a second. first we need to actually put the motherboard back. And the holes aren't aligned yet. Why? Okay, this one definitely is. Working with screws. The most annoying thing ever when you're working with PCs. So what's everyone been up to then? Well, I tried to do this 9 times across the whole motherboard. Okay, I probably won't do it 9 times. I would just screw in one so it's in place. And then I'll just cable manage everything. And then I can show you the result. Because I did not expect the stream to go on for this long. Why can't I put this one screw in? Why are you teasing me like this, motherboard? Literally nothing's in the way. You have all the clearance in the world. Why is there one screw not going in? Okay, it's aligned perfectly. Oh my word. Okay, it's aligned perfectly. And okay, please go in. Please go in. It did not go in. Great. Who needs screws anyway, you know? Just have an unscrewed motherboard. Nothing wrong will ever happen. Anyway, yeah, please let me know how the stream's going, if it's fine. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask while I battle with this one single screw. And if you want to make sure that I see your message, and if you want to support the channel at the same time, then I also do have, you know, super chats enabled. It does truly help the channel a lot. It will definitely make me feel better about me failing to screw in one singular screw. Oh, maybe now. I think it's got it. Yeah, there we go. How long? Someone track how long it took me to put that one singular screw in. I'm actually curious. Okay, now it's time for the AIO. Do I want to have it go this way? Which way did I have it go before? Pretty sure it was this way, with the tubes down. But first, let me get some compressed air into here. Because this is disgusting, even for my standards. Yeah, so, oh boy. There we go. That's good enough for the standards of this video, or of this live stream. Now we just screw it in. Well, first actually we need to put in the fan in. And the fan can go this way up, so the cable has like the shortest run possible to the back of the case. And hopefully we should be in the home stretch now. Literally just doing the CPU, doing the AIO, doing the CPU, the motherboard power, the GPU power, we have to reinstall the GPU as well. And then after that, I think we'll be done. After like 1 hour, we'll be finally done. Yeah, I did not expect this stream to take so long, if I'm being perfectly honest. Actually, I'm going to screw in this side of the AIO first so it doesn't like go wandering. But yeah, this is really coming together nicely. I'm dreading having to put the graphics card back in and the sound card. I feel that's going to be annoying, but I don't know. If I cable manage correctly, it shouldn't be annoying. So it's like a final test for me. Okay, there we go. And now we can start connecting everything up on this side. So that's 1 SATA, that's 2 SATA, and where's 3 SATA? Where's the 3rd SATA? It's trapped underneath the motherboard. Of course it is. There we go. So this one can go here. It really doesn't matter which order you put them in, as long as like your drive letters and everything should remain the same. So it really doesn't matter. And then this one can go right here. There we go. I'll just hide this one a bit more. Motherboard power. There it is. Front panel stuff. Power reset, everything that's in. Finally, it's mounted correctly in this case for the first time since I got this case. So now, if I did it right, I didn't do it right, so I can't do it. So I need to make this run as small as possible on this side, so it just goes in and out, no questions asked. Like this. There we go. Doesn't that just look so much better than before? Anyway, now USB power, not USB, just USB. So that can go right next to it here. Hopefully I'm not going to bend any of the pins doing this, because these are so easy to bend. It's insane. So if you've ever built a PC before, you know that this is one of the worst connectors to work with. I've actually like planned on doing like a list of like the best and worst connectors we like use every day, being like, you know, for external cables or internal ones. If that's something you want me to do, please let me know. There we go, it's in. Now we have motherboard from the AIO, PW and RGB, so we're not done at the back. That's fine. I can screw it in this horrible mounting mechanism. These thumb screws for the EKIO. Like, you have not seen, if you have not seen how much I damaged them just by trying to unscrew them with a screwdriver at the start of the stream, you missed out, because that was truly horrible. Okay, I think that's in. You also need to really screw them in tightly, otherwise it's not going to make proper contact and your CPU is going to just fry itself. And I did have it happen. Okay, and now let me just put in a few more screws into the motherboard so it's safe to flip over. And then we can cable manage that one last cable coming from the AIO, and then we're done. We're done, I tell you. If we could actually screw anything in, that'd be great. It's still not like aligned properly. I don't get it. How can one of the screws be in, but the whole thing is still like not aligned? That should not be possible. Unless, okay. Hopefully, if I can get at least one more in, it should align itself. I always thought that like one was enough to like align a motherboard, but apparently not in this case. Get it case because we're working in this one particular case where the mounting is weird, whatever. I actually cannot get this in. If I push it more this way, maybe. You see, it's like, it's reaching the standoff, but it's like having trouble actually coming in. Okay, there we go. It's in, I think. There we go. That should be stable enough for me to flip this. Hopefully. This should be the last time we are visiting this part, because now we can just run the final two cables. So this is where's the RGB one first? That's going to be the easiest to run. RGB. Where on earth is the RGB? No, but seriously, where on earth is the RGB for the EKAIO thing? I swear I ran it up here. There goes the fan. There, I knew that top fan's going to come loose. There it goes. First, I need to find where the RGB connector's gone. So did it just not go through? Yep, it didn't go through. But the CPU fan did go through, so we can have that come out and loop it straight back to the main chamber, if you will. Okay, and I'm going to put it back out. And once again, we don't have enough RGB ports, so we can just daisy chain. Because that's the beauty of this, of these RGB fans and this RGB hub. Okay, boom, done. Now I need to figure out how to make this actually look good, because this is a very awkward run. So all of these, I think I'm gonna tie together as well. It's like anything else in this run. Wait, so this is the... No, this does not have to be here. This can go straight back there. And this run, we can now tie up. There we go. It's not the prettiest in the world, but when you have RGB, it's never going to be pretty. And when I have like proper cable ties and not these, it's also going to look way better. Now run that across there, and because it's like up here, you won't be able to see it. One thing I'm kind of worried about is this. This is kind of big, this like SATA connection. So hopefully that's not going to be an issue. And I think we are ready to flip it over one final time. Just going to just tidy it up a bit more over here. And flip it over. And now we just connect up everything that isn't connected up yet. So starting off with CPU power over here. We also need this SATA one over here is going to go up to the optical drive. There we go. This SATA connector is going to go up to the optical drive Actually, there you go. Now you can see what I'm doing here better. Boom. And now we can get into this like nitty-gritty of PWM management. So this is going to be the top fan. So that can have this hub over here. Then I'm going to have the fan, this fan is going to go up to that hub near the top. And then I need, where's my like Y connector thing? That should be coming out somewhere here. Anyway, let's hide that a bit more. Plug in the CPU power. Actually, no, I'm going to plug in the fan first, and then the CPU power later. I feel like it's gonna make my life easier. I wonder, like, when designing this motherboard, what kind of fan gigabyte envision you're going to be putting into that top fan connector. If it's going to be the rear fan, like this one over here, or if they were hoping for you to use the top fan. Because I think both of them are fine. You can connect whichever one you want, because they will be both really short runs. I just prefer this one because then it's like the tiniest run ever. You literally just put most of the cable on the other side of the motherboard, and then you just don't have to think about it ever again. So let's just run that across, if I can reach it. Why can't that one tiny piece, there it is. I think. Man, if that CPU power connector wasn't in the way, this would be so much easier. But you know, the CPU power is kind of it's kind of integral, so I can't really take it away. Okay, it's through. I see it. There it is. And now that goes straight back in there. Okay, done. So now we can just hide all of that a bit more. This fan completely came loose, so I'm just going to quickly attach it on like at least one screw. Actually, no, I'll leave it like that because we're pretty much just done. Last thing I need is my graphics card. Boom. And when I plug in these two, we are officially done. Okay, we're not, of course, done. There's a very, like, you know, it's a mock-up, basically. It's like, I barely screwed in the motherboard, but the cables are all in place. One I'm not kind of happy with is this one. This RGB cable that's going, like, at nowhere. It's, like, a bit annoying, but when I put my sound card in this lowest slot, it's kind of covering it up, so let me show you what I mean. Like that. You can barely see the cable now, so it's like fine, it's whatever. So that should be pretty much it. RGB cable management, not easy. Definitely not easy. Also, am I in focus? There we go. So, if you ever need an argument not to go with RGB, this is a pretty solid one. It is a pain and a half to organize RGB, but can be done. It's mainly about just trying to make it fit in with any of the other runs you have, primarily like your 24-pin run, because then you can like hide a lot of cables underneath it, because it's just such a massive cable. It's all about just hiding and disguising it, because it may look pretty on the outside, but on the inside, it will always be an absolute mess. That is the truth of RGB. But I think overall, you know, on this side, it looks great. We finally managed to fix the one issue that's been annoying me with this case. And we managed to get this one front connector up here. And then you just run everything the way you used to. It's really just the back that's different. And because the GPU is in secure connector, I don't want to tip it too much. But then it's literally just a case of connecting up the runs and also choosing a smart location for your RGB hub if you're going to be using one. But I'll be probably like posting like complete pictures of this on my on Discord server, on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. I haven't decided yet. But hopefully this was helpful, educational, whatever. If you do want to buy these fans I've been using, why am I so out of focus? There we go. If you want to use the fans I've been using here, the light wings, Be Quiet, then the links to them are going to be down in the video description below. And also, yeah, this water bottle is available on a merch store. But anyway, that's what it's. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. It was a real nightmare to set up. It was actually delayed a bit because of some technical issues and me buying cheap Chinese camera capture cards. But yeah, hopefully it was helpful. And if you enjoyed it, let me know. Leave a super chat, whatever. But anyway, that's what it's. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. If you did, remember to subscribe, like, whatever. And I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.